It's playtime with the Sleepy Boys.
So I feel like somewhere back a ways we got the things mixed up. Yes, I honestly feel like WandaVision would be a perfect way to bring the Evan Peters Quicksilver back into the mix, you know?
Sure.
Because like Evan Peter, because WandaVision, it's very clear from the trailer that she's gonna be fucking with reality. So like
something's gonna be happening, which is gonna eventually lead into her being in the Doctor Strange madness of the multiverse.
Exactly. Because like honestly, yeah, that like what better way to bring Quicksilver back than have her fucking with reality and bring back the wrong version?
Imagine her instead of no more mutants ends up bringing back all the mutants.
Oh my god, that would be
and
just
that's
amazing.
our version of House of M.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. So like honestly, like, because they've been talking about like one of the best ways to bring the X-Men to the MCU would be with WandaVision and or Multiverse of Madness. Because like if you really think about it, Wanda's whole mission in WandaVision that's been kind of hinted at is that she wants to bring Vision back to life, which may work. Which like, and if you remember in the comics, she has 2 children with Vision somehow because he has that robot penis. But like, if they were to bring it, like I said, like with the Young Avengers, if they were to somehow bring Wiccan and Speed, would be a perfect way to bring the X-Men in because like, while they've never referred to Wanda as a mutant, she still is a mutant. Well, I mean, actually, depending on what. Right.
On a quick note, since we were talking about briefly like how on earth did they have them if Vision is a android.
Right.
The official word is she conceived them using magic.
Yeah. No, I know that's the way.
Man, comic books.
Yeah, it's crazy why that they do that kind of thing.
Well, they do say that with magic, so much is derived into your willpower and your desire for something. So if I'm giving a super watered down, very basic description of what if we want to take magic into this, the idealistic principle of magic is, I mean, if you will something hard enough, it'll happen.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. That's exactly what magic is supposed to be. It's basically the Green Lantern thing.
Yeah, I mean, Green Lantern essentially is just a space wizard.
Exactly, and honestly, like, speaking of ways to bridge gaps and stuff, like, that's something I would love for us to get again in this modern day is the Marvel versus DC shit. Because like
versus or the amalgam?
Yes, both of those things.
Both, please.
Well, because I mean, the amalgam universe did come out of Batman or out of the Marvel versus DC.
I mean, it would be extremely interesting because DC is struggling very hard right now on their comic side of things. Really? They are not in a good place.
What happened?
I mean, where do you want to start, man?
Let's start at New 52.
Well, that's a good place to start because that's where a lot of the issues started. And then from there, constantly trying to retcon and fix their timeline since then has put them in a worse spot. And now what is happening because of this whole COVID experience, I don't know if I've mentioned to you before, but DC is moving away from Diamond.
Yeah, I heard about that. I was talking with the guys at Hops and Heroes, and they were saying that, yeah, DC's going through their own distributor now, and I'm like, guys, you got to get your shit together.
And so it's pissed a lot of comic book shops off because of it. It has made things a lot harder and more difficult I mean,
what the fuck did they expect?
And they've already had two CEO changeovers in the past 3 years or something.
Jesus Christ.
So, yeah, I mean, it would be interesting to do an actual deep dive, like a little deep dive into this side of nerdiness. That's
something we need to do a hell of a lot of research on. Like, I gotta be honest, like I said, like I would love to see like this modern version of comics, like see Marvel go up against DC, because like back in the 90s we had all the campy shit. Like we had the campy version of Hulk, who was, we had the Professor Hulk at the time, we had the mullet wearing Superman. Like I'd love to see modern day comics.
We had Red and Blue Superman.
Oh my god, I would have loved to see Red versus Blue Superman.
God, that book was terrible.
Oh, no kidding. It was the 90s. There wasn't a lot of great things going on in the 90s.
Even Spider-Man was bad in the 90s.
Except for Ben Reilly. Ben Reilly was fucking amazing. I still think Ben Reilly was amazing.
Yeah, Ben Reilly was the best thing to come out of Spider-Man from the late 80s into the 90s.
That's true. I'll give you that.
But what made Spider-Man so great in the 90s was the animated shows.
You are not wrong. I remember the first time I saw the first episode of Spider-Man Unlimited back then.
Oh my god,
shit!
That show was this weird amalgam of Amazing Spider-Man meets Spider-Man 2099, but just made it its own timeline.
You said it was Spider-Man 2099?
Yeah,
I had that comic for a long time and I loved it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the TV show was like, what if we put Peter Parker in the 2099 universe, but we
I misunderstood.
Spider-Man Unlimited.
I loved Spider-Man 2099. Like, yeah, he was very obviously trying to be Spider-Man 2099, but like,
well, I think Spider-Man 20. Yeah, I mean, it clearly was an inspiration. Other than the weird animal totem things that they had going on, which ended up working out anyways in the future, since Spider-Man, they've turned Spider-Man into this whole like spider spiritual holistic like calling throughout the universe. So
dude, I won't lie, the first time I saw anything about the spider totem was in Marvel's Mangaverse.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this bullshit? This isn't gonna work. And then I read Spider-Man Noir and there was a spider totem. I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly something they were setting up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of which, I'm so excited. I can't wait for this to be able to read all of the new Spider-Man Noir series that's out right now, or is trying to come out.
Wait, are they having Nicolas Cage narrate it?
No.
That would be amazing.
No, it's picking up from because there had only been 2 volumes of Spider-Man Noir.
Right, and that was one of the few noir titles that actually was successful.
Yeah, X-Men Noir was a mess. Daredevil Noir, though, was really good.
I'll have to read that one. I haven't read that one yet.
That was great. I loved it. But yeah, they finally have a 3rd volume that they're working on.
Nice. So, on the topic of like Spider-Man titles that seem to work out, like, can we appreciate that just about every like alternate reality that has multiple titles in it, i.e., 2099 verse, the M2 verse, the Noir universe, all the ones that seem to work out the best tend to be Spider-Man?
Spider-Man's the poster child for Marvel, so anything that they do with Spider-Man, there have been a lot of duds and a lot of shortcomings with Spider-Man stories.
Wait, you mean like the one where Spider-Man killed Mary Jane with his radioactive cummies?
That would be Spider-Man Reigns.
Yeah, I know.
I'm letting the listeners know.
Oh, right, we have that.
We have those.
Mobby. We can clearly tell which one of us went to college.
I dropped out.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm saying that just because I went to college and got a degree doesn't mean I'm the smart one.
Oh, haha.
Take that, college people.
Take that, education system.
Take that, you fucked up bass
Man.
Take that, you fucked up Fuck, I did it again. Shit.
But you know what matters for people who go to college? If you're a doctor. Because clearly right now you are having a stroke. And we need doctors.
Yeah, doctors, you guys...
So if you're in school and you're getting your doctorate, how the fuck did you find us? Thank you for joining us, but I'm worried about what you're doing with your time.
Doc, you're better than this.
But keep at it. It's going to be a lot of work, but we appreciate you.
And the other folks that are working towards those high level like doctorate degrees and shit are the people that are like doing research on how to fucking get out of this shithole that somehow we are in.
Yeah.
So keep up the good work, you guys. Again, if you're listening, we don't know how you'd be here, but yeah, keep up the good work.
Maybe this makes them feel more intelligent, and at that point, I'm glad we're able to provide something for you.
Yeah, if we make you feel more intelligent just by listening to us try and form cohesive sentences, you know what? We're glad to do that for you. So speaking of doctors, I am really excited for Doctor Strange's next movie because like the fact that we're getting
it's the coolest title out of everything so far.
I mean, it sounds ridiculous and way too many words, but like honestly, like I don't give a fuck because it's gonna be awesome.
With it. It sounds like a legit comic book title.
It really does. Like it sounds like it could be the storyline of an actual fucking comic.
I mean, the closest thing we've come to like the super comic booky sound was obviously Avengers: Infinity War and Captain America: Winter Soldier.
I mean, one could argue Captain America: Civil War was up there too.
Sure.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
How exactly?
Because when you have collections of comics, they tend to be in Volume 1, Volume 2, and so forth.
That's fair.
Yeah. Speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy, I got something for myself at the store the other day, and I'm really happy with it.
Yeah?
I got the vinyl.
Oh, glorious.
It's deluxe, and it's the discs are...
Score with it.
Huh?
It's got the score with it.
Mm-hmm. It's got the original score, and the discs are... One is red, and the other is yellow.
I'm pretty sure that might be the same one that I have.
Yeah, so I picked up the Guardians of the Galaxy album at the store, and yeah, I'm going to put it up on my wall, because I love it. But yeah, so speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy, have we heard any new news of it other than it'll be there when it's there?
I think that's the last I heard.
Well, okay, so on the same topic, is there any update
I love the idea of an official report coming out, though, of them saying it'll be there when it's there.
On that same note, though, with Guardians Volume 3, has there been any update on the Suicide Squad movie?
No.
Fuck.
I don't think. I know it's coming out.
Well, yeah. Is it the same thing where it'll just be here when we get it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are there like, isn't it supposed to be like a reboot / sequel type thing?
I don't know, honestly.
God, that's frustrating.
I know, it's a bit frustrating, but
they've confirmed that Michael Keaton will be joining the Flashpoint movie.
I did see that.
Because, you know, nothing screams, we know what we're doing, like putting a reboot film as, like, the 6th movie in your entire franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, but that raises a question, because...
use Flashpoint to fix, which is funny, in a way.
I mean, it really is funny, because it fucked everything up, didn't it?
Yeah.
But here's my question that I have to raise here is you know how like Marvel actors have a very like strict contract, like you work for Marvel, you can't work for other places?
Sometimes that happens, not always.
Okay, because I was going to say with
if it says in their contract, yes, it is not unheard of for that contract to exist.
Right. I was just thinking, because like it would really suck if we lost the Vulture for the future of the Spidey films. Because like I really would just love to see a Sinister. You know what? Say the word. I can't do it right now. Apparently.
Which word is that?
The one about the bad guys. There's 6 of them, and they're fighting Peter Parker.
You mean the Sinister Six?
That's the one I couldn't say.
Well, Michael Keaton's playing the Vulture in the Morbius movie.
Oh, right. I forgot that's a thing.
Yeah.
Fuck, they've got a lot of things that I'm just forgetting about.
Yeah, that's what this this is what happens. when everything halts, literally everything stops. News stops as far as the movies. Just, I mean, yeah, there's just things. We're all just going to forget everything that was announced, and we're just going to be surprised all over again.
Like, oh guys, by the way, Avengers Endgame back in theaters again.
Wait, didn't that come out last year? No!
We want you guys to suffer all over again.
What was it? No, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for one day, all of a sudden, they're like, Morbius, now on demand. Wait, what? When did this happen?
Wait, did anybody ask for this? Yo, but no, like, the Morbius film, like, it's Jared Leto, right?
Yes, it is.
Wow. So they're gonna put Jared Leto in white face makeup again.
Yeah, imagine that.
Wow, I hope that this goes well for him. Alright guys, well, we talked about a lot of actually geeky stuff today, which was really nice. It's a good change of pace for us.
Good thing we actually stayed on brand.
Fuck, for the first time we ever stayed on brand. But, you know, I've been Mark, as I always am.
I've been Brandon, as I unfortunately always am.
Brandon, you are a beautiful human being, and I just want you to know that I'm always here for you, bud. I'm always here for you.
Continue.